tell us where you're from and what early childhood was like for you.
Okay. So I am from Long Island, New York. And growing up, I had it really good. I mean, my parents were great. I would say I had everything I needed. They gave me everything we needed. But this is where I think, so I did a lot of like soul searching in my recovery, and I realized there's a root issue to when you get high. It's not just the drug. It's not just the drink. There's always a root issue. And growing up, my dad, he's a great dad. And like, I will say that a million times over, but growing up, my dad, he cheated on my mom, and he had his own addiction with women and just that whole lifestyle. He became a little bit abusive throughout that because he was so stuck in his life that he would take it out on us when he came home. And so growing up, my dad was really like not as involved. Like he'd come, he provided, he was a good dad, but it was a little bit like a little toxic. Like my mom would find him with a woman, or it was just a lot going on throughout my childhood. Granted, he was a good dad, but he lacked in a lot of areas. But now, me being in where I was at in life, I can understand like he was in a dark place. So I don't hold anything against him. But my mom was amazing. She was great to us. I'm one of 25 grandchildren. My grandma has 25 grandchildren. My dad has one of 7. We are a big family.
Yeah.
So
Italian family?
So my mom's Israeli.
Okay.
And then my dad's Puerto Rican and Italian.
Got it.
Yeah, but
okay.
it's Italian. It feels like an Italian.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was very blessed. We grew up, I'm Christian. So I take my faith very seriously, and that's something I'll get into as well. But yeah, so we grew up in Comac, and then we never really had our own house. My dad's a builder, but he was constantly like spending money and going out and doing all these sneaky things that we were living at my grandma's house. We bounced around a lot. Finally, he built this big, beautiful house in West Islip, and that's when everything started to happen. I feel like that's when like the addiction all started. So my childhood was great, but there was a lot of issues. Me and my dad didn't get along well. I think we bumped heads. I was the quiet one. My sister was the one who would open her mouth. My brother would get angry. I went in my room and stayed quiet. If you stay quiet, you don't get hit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my childhood growing up.
How many siblings did you have?
I have one older sister. We're 22 months apart.
Okay.
And then she's older than me. And then I have a younger brother who we're 5 years apart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are all relatively close in age. Did you guys play sports? Did you?
Yes. Yeah. So, which is really interesting because I've always been the type of person who, if I want something, I go 100%, good or bad.
I know I can feel the intensity from here. Yeah. I absolutely. No.
Yes. I know.
That's a great quality, by the way.
So it could be, but it can also go bad as well. So it can. So I did soccer, lacrosse, cheerleading, and then I also did bikini bodybuilding.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where it all stems from. Where I started getting high. I was just very focused on eating healthy and working out twice a day. I stopped going to bars because I had to be very structured. And that's kind of like where that all started, because I was getting like depressed. I stayed home a lot. And then I'll obviously like get into how it all started. But growing up, I was in a lot of sports, and everything I've always wanted, I feel like I had to fight for. Like it never came easy. School didn't come easy to me. Like sports, like I had to fight for my spot on varsity cheerleading. My coach was like, Cassidy, you're not going to make the team because you did not start cheerleading at a young age. And I was like, I want this. I want to be on the team. She's like, you have to throw backhand, spring back tuck to get on the team. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I fought so hard for that spot and I got it.
See, that's what I love about sports. And that's what it taught me. Hard work, earning a starting position.
Yeah.
If I don't, and showing up, right? You have to show up for practice. You have to be on time, punctual. And I think sports for kids is absolutely amazing. Now, really quick, one question to back up on. Your father moved you guys to West Islip. Did he leave or did he stay in the house?
So he So she stayed with him while he was cheating. Like she kept forgiving him, forgiving.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm going to stop. And he didn't stop. So they separated for a little bit, which is crazy. We went to go live in Kentucky for a year.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. And then I went there again for rehab one time. But my dad's sister lives out there, one of his sisters. So she's like, I'll take you guys in. And my dad stayed in New York. It ended up being like a whole year. My mom's like, I got to get out of this place, like Kentucky. Yeah. So my dad, years went on. We lived at my grandma's house for years. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that, in Deer Park. And then my dad's finally built this house for us.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then that's how you guys ended up in West Islip.
Yeah, we were all there for a while.
Got it. Okay. So you playing sports? At what age do you get into the bodybuilding?
Okay. So I got into bodybuilding at, I would say 20. So yeah, I'm 27 now.
All right. So you graduate high school. Yeah. Was high school just traditional drinking, smoking weed here and there? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like, it was nothing that I thought like I was like, oh, I have a problem. Mm-hmm. Like it was never, I never like, actually, no, I guess I could say that maybe I would excessively drink sometimes and then like stuff would happen. I'm like, how did that like, yeah, crazy stuff.
But nothing too crazy.
Right. Like normal. I thought like people do this. Like we get drunk in high school.
This is a teenage kid in America. This is what we do.
Right.
Okay. So 20 years old, how do you get into professional bodybuilding?
Okay.
Or competitive bodybuilding rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when I say bodybuilding, I don't mean like I was super it was more like physique.
Yeah. Swimsuit, physique. Yes.
Yep. So I've always loved working out. It's a great outlet for me. So I met some guy at Gold's Gym, and he was a guy who worked there. And he's like, you have like the great body to compete. He's like, you should get into it. I was like, I never thought about competing before. And he was like, let me be your coach and let's get you on it. So I was like, all right, I'll try this out. And I like loved it. I loved the discipline that came with it. I love the structure. I like structure and discipline. So it was really good for my mental. So that's how I got into it, yeah.
So you start doing it, and then you briefly touched on it before. You're dieting.
Yeah.
You're cutting out alcohol.
Yes.
So are you still kind of going out, or are you not going out at all because you just don't even want to put yourself in that situation?
No, because like if I did go to the bar, I was carrying like grilled chicken in a bag, like and eating like taking it very serious.
Got it.
Yeah. So I mean, I had a show, so I had to.
Did your social life start to dwindle? Because I feel like every 20-year-old is out drinking.
Right. Yeah. No, it definitely did. That's where like I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting like a little bit like I felt like I was like missing out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. So now you're at home most weekends or nighttime when everyone's out partying.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what it does to your mental psyche. Hey guys, quick update. Every Monday night, I host the Rise Above Recovery meeting. It's an open meeting for any addiction, alcohol, drugs, gambling, food, whatever you're struggling with, you're welcome here. To get the meeting link and weekly updates, just email me at kevin@riseabovepod.com and I'll add you to the list. Also, if this podcast has helped you, please like, subscribe, or leave a rating. It helps us continue to spread the message of hope. Lastly, if you'd like to go even deeper with Rise Above, check out our Patreon. Supporters get access to live interviews and can chat with guests after the interview. Thank you. Okay. So listen, I think bodybuilding is great. I think the industry is awesome. I'm not like discrediting that at all. I think if you have like an outlet for yourself, go for it. But for me, I felt like it was just like a lot. It's very intense. It's structured. That's just not, I realized that's not something I'm like that into. I tried it out. I liked it. I'd rather just work out. But so it started like, I started getting a little bit like depressed and throughout also it started doing something to my mind where like I was getting if I like gained a little bit of weight or if like I'm like craving something, like I started to like see patterns, like why am I, like I made myself throw up. I started doing things like wearing like a waist trainer to sleep and like my bones were like hurting because I was like trying so hard to like be this, like I wanted to get it so bad. And I'm like, this is not healthy. Like it's actually like doing damage to me. And then that's when I got one of my friends. So the good friends I had in high school were like going to like the bars and stuff. Then there's also the other crowd of friends I had, which was more of like the ones who smoked weed. Like I had like a couple different groups of drugs
friends.
Yeah.
So
same.
Yeah. I feel like I just like I can get along with anybody.
Yeah.
So so my friend picked me up one day. I got in the car and I'll never forget the first time he put it on his dashboard. He's like, try this. He's like, sniff it. Like, you'll feel good. You'll go to sleep. And I was like, I sniffed it. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is amazing.
Roxy Blue?
Yeah. I'm like, yes, it was. It was
okay, so it was a 30 milligram for the audience, 30 milligram oxycodone.
Yes. So I fell in love. I was like, this is amazing. So I started picking them up every day, but I'm like, I'm going to just do one a day. That's it. One before I go to sleep. I was like, I'll be good. I'll never forget, my friend said to me, Cassidy, you got to stop doing this. Something is going to happen. You are going to get addicted. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't have addictive personality. I'll be fine. Da-da-da. Yeah, he was right.
So the first time you did it, because I feel like a lot of people get sick the first time.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, I heard that. People like throw up.
Yep.
Yeah.
People throw up and then they settle, their stomach settles a little bit, the nausea settles, and then they get a little high, feels good, and then they do it again, and then they get that high.
Right.
So for you to get that off the bat, that's wild. I mean, people do have that.
I mean, I guess it wasn't like I loved it, but I didn't think like I was just like, this feels really good. But I wasn't like, I didn't think I was going to become like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's like, I didn't even know you could be addicted to. I honestly knew nothing about addiction.
Yeah.
To me.
And they're expensive.
Yes.
What year was this when you first tried it?
So this was, I want to say 2000 and...
Like 18, 19?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Because I went to school in California. So after school, 2018.
2018. Okay. Yeah. So you now start to want them every day.
Yeah.
And how fast does that take off?
It didn't progress like what you would think. Like I wanted them every day, but I didn't need it every day.
Yeah.
Until I needed it every day. To like function. So I started picking them up here and there. And my friend, her brother sold them. So like we would go pick them up and like we would steal them out of his safe. So like I was like, I'm starting to like see like, I'm like, this is becoming like a little bit of a problem. But I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm only doing one. Mm-hmm. Then it progressed. So after a year of doing just one, because they really just stuck to one for like a year.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow. My tolerance built up quick.
It did?
Yeah. Within like a week, I was like, all right, 2 a day.
Yeah.
3 a day, 4 a day.
I don't know. I guess because they weren't like as around, or I didn't know connections as much, whatever. So then I'm like, why am I getting sick? I didn't know. I really didn't know. It was like so like foreign to me. And I'm like, why am I getting sick? I'm like, I'm clammy, I'm hot, I'm cold. I'm like, I found out, my friend's like, you're doing oxys, you're gonna get sick. I'm like, I'm gonna get sick? He's like, yeah. And then it got in my mind, like, this is bad.
Yeah.
You know?
You started feeling withdrawals.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I need them. Yeah. I need them. That's it. I'm stuck.
So you are taking them, your tolerance is building. Do you eventually make the jump to heroin or fentanyl?
Okay, no. So that was like, went on for a while.
The Roxys.
For a while.
Okay.
Like.
Were you just taking them or sniffing them?
I was sniffing them.
Okay.
So I started dating some guy, and then like we were driving down together and I got him into them, and we were like breaking it in half. So like if he got like a little bigger piece than me, it would be like the biggest fight ever. Like, so like, I'm like, this is mine and I'm paying for it. So it progressed. And then I had a friend and he was selling them. He was selling the fake ones. So he got like a lot, like in bulk. And I was like, I became best friends with him. I'm like, you're going to be my best friend because you're going to give them to me. I need them. And me and him became like the best of friends, and we were hanging out every day, just getting high. Like he would go to work and he's like, I'm leaving them in my truck for you. So it progressed to me doing literally like, I'm not even joking, like 20 a day. And he would give them to me like on the hand. Like I probably owe him so much money, but like whatever. Yeah. So he would be like, Cass, I'm going to work in the morning, and he would leave them like in his gas tank and like open it up to hide it for me. And I would drive there and get it. So it progressed. And I was also, to make the money, I was selling some myself. Yeah. So I was just like being super reckless about it. I'm a makeup artist. I went to school in California. So I had my clients come to because my dad built me like a little studio, And I had my clients come and I'm like sniffing blues. I'm like making the money. I had a jar filled with money, a lot of money, and I'm taking 100. Before you knew it, I was down to nothing. So I'm like, oh my God, like it progressed.
Yeah.
But it didn't get to where you would think yet. So I went to rehab and I was like, I'm going to go to rehab. I'm going to get this out of, I thought if you go to rehab, you're good. You'll stop.
Did you think that because you just never like come across an addict or never really knew anyone who was clean or sober? And I'm asking that because I feel like our society is not educated enough on addiction.
Yeah.
And that's why I started this podcast to educate people and help people. So was that kind of, you just didn't know?
You know what? Okay. I knew of it because my dad's oldest brother, he's my Uncle Carmine, he was a heroin, crack, alcohol, you name it, he did it. So he had a problem, but it wasn't really like talked about. Like I feel like high schools need to know more about this because as a kid, they're like, don't do meth, don't do crack. This is what you'll look like. Someone needs to go into these schools, like someone like me or you, show these kids like, if you touch this is what's going to happen, and really show like the damage it's going to do. I was not educated on it. It wasn't really talked about.
Yeah. So you go away to rehab with the mentality, I'm just going to go to rehab, like as if you were sick and you're just going in there to get healed and you're going to get out and everything's going to be okay.
Right.
Did you stay the full 28 days?
I did because I might have left a couple of days early. I met a guy in there, rehab romance.
Here we go.
Yep. That's it.
The love of your life you met in rehab.
I was
he
in
gave
love.
you a little bit of attention.
I was like, are we getting married? Any attention, I'm taking it. And it took my mind off the drugs. That's what happens. So we're passing notes. He's older than me. He's an IV heroin user. I knew nothing about that. We left.
Together you left?
No, I got out first. He got out like 2 days after me.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, let's meet up. And I was like, I really liked him. I thought. And this is kind of like where it gets like nitty gritty, like where it all really started for me. So I met this guy, and I was going to his house. He was bad with drugs.
On Long Island.
Long Island, yes. Okay. Yeah, East Meadow. And he was like, come over. He's like, let's go. He's like, let's just get high one time together. I was like, okay. I was like, I mean, I'm fine now. I'm good. I'm like, I can get high once, like you said. And I remember driving and we picked up his dope from his dealer, which heroin. And he was like, do you know anywhere I can get needles? And I was like, I don't know. I've never done that before. He's like, do you have a CVS around here? I was like, yeah. So I drove him to CVS and he got them from the pharmacy. That night. So that's when we got high together. I was just sniffing the dope. He was shooting it. And fast forward, we hang out a few days. We're getting high like 3 days in a row now. I'm at his house. We went bowling. We went out, whatever. And we were at his house and he gets high. I remember this vividly. I'll never forget. He put like a belt around his arm and I was like really scared. I've never seen this before. I was like, oh my God. And he put a belt around his arm and he was like, he took the needle and like shot up and I just saw his face. Like he became like so out of it.
Yeah, went to another dimension.
Like, this is scary. And he was like so out of it. And I remember just being like so scared. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't do this. Like, I'm done. I took all the needles, the dope. I'm like, I can't be here. And he was like, please don't leave. And I was like, no, I'm leaving. I have to be up early for work tomorrow. I had to be in the city really early. So I left. I threw the needles out the window when I was driving. I kept the dope. And I get home and he's blowing up my phone. I guess he thinks I'm mad at him. Long story short, he calls me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't answer. I call back at 8 because I have to be up. I'm like, let me just call him back, whatever. I call back. It's his mom. What happened last night? And I'm like, what happened? She's like, my son's dead. I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like, she's like, my son, his 3-year-old daughter found him foaming out of the mouth to when she woke him up for school. My heart dropped. So I was like, you know what? I felt so sick. I get the chills, like thinking about it. I was like, I know I knew him for a short amount of time, but I kind of felt like in a way it's like my fault. I mean, I know it's not. I know people say don't blame me. I know now, but that's how I felt then. I'm like, this guy's gone. Like, I'm the one who took him to get it. It was I feel like because I'm a girl, I kind of influenced him a little bit. To be fair, I mean, he introduced me to heroin, but he had problems. And anyway, so his family blamed me for it. And I'm like, your son was getting high for like 13 years. Like, it's really not my fault. My dad's like, she's like, I want his sweatpants back, bring them back. And I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, I can't keep his sweatpants. Like, no, it was a whole fight. And they're like, you can't come to the funeral. We don't want you there. You're not allowed here. And I was like, you know what? They're hurting. I'm going to give them their space. My dad's like, just stay away from them. But I was really hurt. Like, I was really hurt. I've never experienced something like this. And this is crazy. This is so crazy. The name of the funeral home was called Cassidy's Funeral Home. Wait, my name's not that common, especially for a funeral home.
Yeah.
She sent me the card, his sister. It said Cassidy's Funeral Home. So I'm like, I got in touch with the funeral home. I found out where he was buried. I'm like, I went with my friend to go see him. I'm walking to his tombstone, right next to his tombstone. I'm not joking. Right next to it, plot next to it, said Cassidy in big, bold letters, not in loving memory of wife, just the name. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So I thought that was crazy. I'm that's like insane. Like, what are the odds? And I knew from there, like, this was going to spiral out of control, my addiction.
Did you think that his mom, like, it was because I don't think I would have believed that if I would have been like, what?
What do you mean?
Like, when she called you and said, my son's, like, what did you guys do last night? My son's dead. Were you like, what?
I was literally like freaking out.
Holy
I just couldn't believe the words that came out of her mouth. And like, it was literally like 5 minutes while I was on the phone, like it just happened.
Oh my God.
So I couldn't imagine how she felt.
Do you ever know what happened? Did you ever find out what happened? Because he used with you the night before, but then usually when someone overdoses, it's right after they shoot it.
Right.
So he probably
I know what happened.
Yeah.
He had some in his pocket. I thought I took all of it. Oh. He had a needle in his pocket. His mom told me that's what they found on him, and more dope. So he hid it from me. So when I left, he must have did it again.
Got it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you go through all of this, and also too, people are responsible for themselves. Yeah. You did not shoot him up.
Right.
You did not make him do heroin. Mm-hmm. You did not kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're doing the work on yourself now. I don't need to tell you this stuff.
Right. But in the moment, that's just the feeling you feel.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And then also too, for you, yeah, you said you knew him a short amount of time, but for an entire family to sit there and point the finger at you.
Yeah.
And listen, I am not, if the family hears this, sees this episode, they're also in grieving their son.
Absolutely.
And they don't know what happened.
Right.
I would probably do the same thing if I was the mom or dad. Well, if I was the dad of someone who that happened to.
I feel like you need somebody to blame because your mind physically can't handle what happened.
Disbelief.
So to an extent, I understood where they were coming from.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurt, but.
Yeah. So what happens next? You start to spiral.
Okay, so I spiraled. Like, actually, that night I did flush the dope because I was just scared of that specific dope. So I did flush it, but I think I got like something the next day. And mind you, I'm not hooked right now. I was only doing it for like 2-3 days.
Yep.
And my dad took me in because I'm like, I just couldn't handle it. I remember like my stepdad, he was my stepdad, my mom's fiance at the time, he came home. And I was on the front lawn, like screaming, crying. Like I couldn't comprehend that like someone just died. It just was so like sad. And my dad was like, come with me, come to my house, like stay with me. And I just stayed with him for like weeks, depressed, didn't move. He was trying to get me out of my funk, making me dinner, trying to get me like out of it. And I just went off. Like I went off. Like.
Did you go on a heroin tear? So you kept going with dope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I got introduced to it. So yeah. Like, it's cheaper.
Okay. So you're now living in Long Island at your father's. You're doing heroin again.
Yes.
Well, or you're doing opiates.
Well,
again.
I think I'm taking whatever I can get at this point. If I can get the blues still, I think I still wanted the blues more.
Yep.
But yeah. So, so from there, you want me to tell you what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, time went on. I just time heals everything. And my family sent me to a rehab. The story is like, I feel like it's so crazy. So I'm like, I have to remember kind of like what rehabs I went to. My family sent me to a rehab upstate called, what's the name of it? It doesn't matter. They sent me to a rehab upstate, and it was almost like a rehab where like the people run the rehab. Like we run the rehab. Community.
Yeah.
Like the staff is there, but we run it. It was a bunch of people my age. I kind of felt like it was like a college, guys, girls, but a lot of rules, but you live a normal life there. So it's called Dynamite Youth Center. So I got there and I was withdrawing really bad. And I remember the girls had their side, the guys had their side. And you wake up, you pretty much have a routine there. You go to work, you have a job, you cooking, cleaning, landscaping, the driving. So everybody has a job. But we hold each other accountable. So I was in that rehab and I stayed there. I stayed clean for like 6 months. And one day I think it's actually Memorial Day weekend. And we're outside barbecuing. It's all of us. It's a big property, lots of land. It was actually like a really good rehab. And I'm in my jacket pocket. I couldn't believe this. I reached in. They usually check your stuff. I reached in. I'm like, what? I felt it with my hand, a blue.
Just one.
One. I felt it in my jacket. I'm like, I know what this is. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I met this guy in there again, and I'm like, I know.
It's okay, yeah.
I met a guy in there, and I'm passing notes with him. I'm like, I thought I was really in love with this guy. Really thought this time. And I told him about it. And I told my friend, like, do you want to take it with me? Because I don't want to take it alone. And he was like, throw it out, get rid of it, da-da-da. And I was like, okay, I'm throwing it out. But in the note I wrote, I found it. That note must have fell out and someone found it. So one day they come up to me and they drug test me. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, why are they drug testing me? If something like that happens in these programs, they put you on a contract. And that means you have to do what they say. And my contract was, I had to be isolated from the family, they call it, it was like 45 days. I had to sit at a desk. It's like humiliating. They make you sit at like a school desk and I was like it was so depressing. Everybody could talk. You can't talk to anybody. You have to sit there. They have to eat alone. They have to bring food to you. Like you're stuck in this seat.
The whole day.
Oh yeah, until nighttime. Unless like a member takes you out to smoke or whatever you want to do. Yeah. You're stuck. You don't get to watch TV. You have no life in there versus when you did like have a life.
Yeah.
So I was on this contract. Anyway, fast forward, got off the contract.
But you failed the drug test. You did take the blue.
I did.
By yourself?
I split it with the friend, but I didn't tell on her.
Yeah.
But she stopped talking to me.
Yeah. Okay.
When we were in there. She was just like,
whatever.
I was like, okay. Yeah.
All right. So you fail the drug test. You do the 45 days. It's depressing as fuck. Okay. Then you get off contract. You're back in general population.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm just like, should I can I speak freely?
You could speak very freely.
Okay. So I was like really like bad. So the guy that I was talking to, we'd sneak off to the woods and like do whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody was like doing like secret stuff. So like, let's say I knew something about you, you knew something about me, we're friends. It's called you're holding my guilt. You're collecting guilt for someone. Eventually the staff knows about it like a little bit. They will take you in an office and make you drop your guilt. Or you'll go into a room and people will call you out on your shit. So it's like intense. Like they create groups where they know, okay, these people in these groups are going to call each other out. So I was getting called out on like a lot of stuff. And I'm like, people were dropping guilt left and right. I'm like, I got to get out of here. I knew that contract was bad. It's going to be a lot worse. So me and the guy, Eugene, that I was with, we leave in the middle of the night. He's like, we're getting out of here. And I'm like, we're leaving. I kind of didn't want to leave because I'm like, I really do like it here. I'm like, and I don't want to like go back. But I'm like, if he leaves, I'm going to be really sad. So I'm like, I want to go with him. So I left in the middle of the night. The staff the staff really did love me. So they were really hurt when I left.
Yeah.
Like to see two members run away together and they know stories about it. That never works. So we ran away together. His stepmom picked us up. He was like, come get me, please. And I started living with him in Brooklyn. So now me and him are in Brooklyn getting high. And I'm living with him.
In his apartment?
His family's, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're living there. You start doing heroin with him. Mm-hmm. Are you shooting at this point?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you guys are just doing heroin together. What happens from there? How long does that last?
So this lasts a few years. Not living in Brooklyn. I was living with him, and then my family was like, what happened? Okay. I think I was getting out of control, and I was like, my dad showed up to his house, like all of his brothers. I'm like, don't hurt him, please. I'm like, I'll leave. So they were like, you need to go away. Like, you need help. And I was like, yeah, like I do. And mind you, this is not like right. This has been a long time after this.
Yeah.
So they were like, let's send you to a Christian program in Kentucky. They were trying to figure it out for me. Like, where can Cassidy go? She runs away from everywhere. She's a mess. We don't know what to do with this girl. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I was kind of pushing it, but I'm like, I'll go. Let's go. Whatever. We book a flight. We go to Kentucky. This program, it's called Teen Challenge. It's extremely intense. I love God and I really have a faith, but this was like too much. I was like, we had to like dress a certain way and like couldn't use the phones to call boyfriends or friends. It was like only mom, dad, sister, brother. Very structured in a different way, like in a faith way. Mm-hmm. Like the Bible, the Proverbs, reading. It was like too much. I was like, this is like a lot. Like I can't handle it. And mind you, I'm like, I'm not really mature enough yet to like really like I didn't really want it. I stayed there for 3 months and I was like, you guys, I'm like, I got to do something to get kicked out of this place. I was like, I have to do something because they won't throw you out. Like, they're like, we love you. God loves you. Stay. Oh, I'm like, no. I'm like, I want out.
You're
like,
trying
please,
to get out. And they're
anything.
just like, no, it's okay, honey. We love you. God loves you.
Right. And I'm like,
child of God.
Like, right. Yep. It was just like, oh my God, it was a lot. So,
how do you get out?
So I'm doing a lot of sneaky things, but I get really close with one of the staff members, which she used to be she's in recovery and she worked there like to help out. She was an old lady, became my best friend. She called me New York Hillbilly because like I'm in Kentucky. And me and her became so close. And I was like, please, I'm like, I need to talk to my boyfriend. Like, please, can I use your phone?
Is that Eugene, your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Because like this program was really strict. And and then they were like make us go on Sundays to like do sign language at churches and like sign language songs. And like I just felt like it was like, I'm like, they're giving me the God part, but I'm not getting the like the root issue of why it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of sneaky things in that program. And I eventually I just went off on them. Like I lost my mind. By the way, they made me withdraw in a prayer closet with no medication. So like a little room, and they're like,
sit with God while you detox.
Like it'll get better. I'm like, no, I'm gonna die in here. But I did it. I did it, and like they were like praying over me, and I was like, this is a lot. I'm like, I'm so sick. I'm like terrible. So anyway, whatever. So I ended up leaving and I got kicked out. They were like, you really want out? We're not going to force you. Like it's just getting out of control with you. Mm-hmm. So my dad's like, I can't believe you did this. He's like, I don't even know what to say to you. He's like, you're not coming back to New York. He just flew down with my sister. He's like, you're not coming back. You know that. And I'm like, what? He's like, you're going to stay with your aunt in Kentucky. She's really like strict too. I love her to pieces, but she's strict. And my dad's like, no phone. No car. I had a lot of control over me. They regret doing this to me. It actually did a lot of damage to me. He's like, you can't do makeup. You have to work a minimum wage job. Just live a normal life. Wake up, go to work, live a normal life. And I was like, this is like jail. So it's a long story. So I'm just going to like keep this part like kind of quick. Long story short, I snuck on my aunt's TV I was working. I stayed there for 3 months. I was doing what I had to do. And I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods and Starbucks. Had no phone. I felt very like uncomfortable, like weird. Someone's like, what's your phone number? I don't have a phone. Like, that's like, I just felt weird.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go to meetings because my dad was like, I'm not into the meetings. I just felt like very like
controlled too. Yeah.
And that's not healthy.
And you have to want it for yourself. And if you're going to get sober, you'll get sober under any terms. Yes. Meaning like, if I have a phone, like whether I have a phone or I don't have a phone, I'm going to get high whether I want to or not. I'll find a fucking way to get high.
Yes. Yeah.
So wait, did you say you snuck out your, wait, the TV in your aunt?
No. Okay. So she wouldn't let me have a phone. I couldn't do anything. So I'm like, well, how am I going to get out of here? I need a plan. So I met this girl at church at Bible study and I was like, I became friends with her. So now I have a place to go because she's got a laptop. She's got a phone. I'm like, I can figure it out. So I get on my aunt's TV. She had an Apple TV and I'm using the remote to like get on Instagram and create an Instagram because my sister deleted all my social media. Which kind of hurt because I was like, oh my God, I worked so hard on the social media and now it's like taken down. So it was a lot of control, which is it was too much. Yeah. It's very controlling. And my sister, my dad, and my mom just kind of agrees with them. My sister takes the role sometimes as like a motherly figure.
Yeah.
She cares about me a lot.
Of course. She loves you and she cares.
Right. So anyway, I made an Instagram account. I ended up telling Eugene, buy me a phone, send it to this girl's house. I'm going to get out of here. I'll figure it out. He sends a phone to her house. The girl gives it to me. And I'm hiding this phone in my aunt's house. I'm keeping it really low key. And then now I'm trying to like get on my parents' nerves. Like, I don't care anymore. I've ended up getting Kratom at the store. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm going to take this Kratom. I got caught with it, which...
By your aunt?
By my aunt.
Wait, were you taking the pill form or the drink?
The pill.
Okay. Is it 7-OH or is it Kratom?
It was Kratom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're taking Kratom.
Yeah, I'm like trying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is kind of... I definitely felt something for sure. Like, it was something there.
Yep. How did she catch you with it?
Okay. So it's really crazy how she called me. She said that she like was praying for me and something in her heart told her literally to go in my room and look. She knows I'm sneaky. She's like, something was on my heart that you're doing something wrong. That's what she said to me. Mm. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I got caught. And like, when I got busted, I'm like, I get very like defensive. So I can't take this. I'm out of here, whatever. So Eugene ends up secretly flying down to visit me and staying in a hotel where he was going to stay at my girlfriend's house. And where I'm trying to do this all behind my family's back. It's very hard to do because they were like on top of me. And anyway, so I get this phone and this guy was like, I'm going to buy you a ticket back to New York. He's like, I'll buy you a ticket. I'll pay for your Uber. I'll pay for anything you need. Let's just get you out of here. I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, like I want to help you.
This is Eugene?
No, some random guy that I started talking to. Oh. Like it wasn't, I didn't like him. He would just help me. Yeah. So I know. So Eugene, he came down. We ended up getting caught that he came down. The girl ended up ratting on me and told my family. Yeah. So he flew back and I was like in so much trouble. So I'm like, now I really got to get out of here. It's going to be worse. So I randomly packed my stuff and I left. And my aunt's like, where are you going? I wrote her a note. I'm like, I'm out of here. She's like, where? She's hysterically crying. Don't leave, please. We can work on this. I'm like, I'm leaving. Got in the Uber. Nobody knew where I was except for the guy who got me the ticket and Eugene and one of my friends. And I get in the Uber and my flight's delayed. Some Uber driver was like, I'll get you a hotel room. I know. I was like, oh my God, this is like insane. So like a lot of things happen like that. So he's like, I'll get you a hotel room. Like he like felt bad for me. He's like, this girl seems like she needs help. So I got in the hotel room. I waited for my flight, got on the flight. My friend picked me up at the airport. And now this is like where it gets like really bad. My family has no idea where I am. I ran away. They don't know my phone number. So I'm off with my friend Jill, one of my good friends. She's sober today. She's got 3 years. But we were getting high together. So she picks me up and she's driving me to Eugene. She's in the car sniffing Oxy. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I really want it. I'm like, should I do it? In my head, I'm like debating it like the devil and the angel.
Oh, I hate when back and forth in your head. That's the worst place to be.
Oh my God, I know. And I really didn't want to do it. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, let's just do it. So I did it. And that's when I became homeless in Brooklyn. So I started living on the streets with Eugene, homeless in Brooklyn.
He was living with his parents, but he went out.
They kicked him out.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're homeless in Brooklyn, and my family has no idea where I am. They don't know what's going on. They're scared. My aunt's crying. Everything's a mess. And I'm just like living from hotel to hotel on the street. And it just gets messy. But it's still not as bad yet. It's still not that bad. Like, I'm figuring it out still. I'm like, I got this one sending me money, this one sending me money. Like, I got cousins helping me. And then my dad, I ended up telling my dad where I was, my mom and dad. And then they helped me a little bit. And then they were like, no, we're like not helping you anymore. Mm-hmm. So it got bad, like anyone else would when you're on the street. And I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, Eugene, I'm like, I got it. I was sick. We couldn't get anything that day. Mind you, throughout this whole process, we're doing things to like rob things and showering in the park bathroom. And I found a bundle of dope one time on the floor. And I was like, this is the best day of my life.
Yeah.
I was like, this is amazing. And I'm like, so it was just like very like, some days I had it, some days I didn't. I didn't want to be sick anymore.
Yep.
So I called my dad and he was like, I'm coming to get you. Like, be in front of the hotel. I'm coming to get you. He said, we looked disgusting. Me and Eugene were like skinny and sweatpants, haven't showered for a few days. So I get in the car with my dad. I'm like, I'm going to leave. Like, I need to do this. I was like, I have to. And he was like, all right. And he was like, I'm going to go away too. So I get in my dad's car. He takes me to some detox. He's like, detox. He's like, going straight to detox. As soon as I get in the car, my sister's like, what's your password to this? She's got like her laptop out trying to organize my life. Where like, she's like, social. I'm like, this is like, just like, give me a break. I'm calling you. Like, I'm trying. That was a big thing too. My family put a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
And I never I was like, you guys are just not making it easy. Like,
yeah.
It's like, they didn't get it.
They can't get you sober.
No.
They can't.
No.
When the addict or alcoholic is ready.
Yeah.
That's when they have felt enough pain.
Yeah.
You know, your dad was doing a great job taking you to detox.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. I mean, some would argue your dad should have hung up on you and said, fucking figure it out on your own.
Oh, he has before. Done. He has. But he heard it in my voice. Like, yeah. I need to get my daughter.
Look, you had willingness and he was trying to get you there. So go ahead. So you end up getting to the detox. Yeah.
So I get to the detox and they're like, we can't take her tonight because we only take people for what's it called? Xanax and alcohol. I'm like, what? Like, so I have to take a Xanax to get in?
Xanax or alcohol because you could die.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
So they prioritize those people.
They prioritize it. So he was like, what am I supposed to do? She can't come home. Like, she's bad. And they were like, bring her back maybe tomorrow. I'll try this location. So backtrack in the midst of this, by the way, I forgot to say this. I've overdosed in my house like 5-6 times. Oof. And one of the times, before this happened, because I think it's an important part to talk about, I was getting high like in my family's house and like Eugene was coming over sometimes. So it was kind of like rocky still, but like they were letting him come over. They had no kind of control over me. And I did overdose. I woke up in the morning and I overdosed. I did heroin and Eugene saw me nod out on FaceTime and no one was home except for my sister, but she was sleeping. And my house was really big. So like you wouldn't have really heard anything. Mm-hmm. It was on the other side of the house at the time. And thank God Eugene called my sister because my sister doesn't know this life. She came in the office and I'm blue, gone. And her first instinct, she's like, Cassidy, I don't know how it came. She picked up the Narcan and she like put it up my nose and I wasn't waking up. My dad speeds over to my house and he comes in the house, he opens the door And I'm like limped in his arms. He's carrying me like a baby like this. And I'm limp. He thought I was dead.
Yeah.
The way he was holding me, because I woke up, I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe I did that to him. And I woke up in the ambulance. They Narcaned me again. And I had dope in my sock. So I went to the hospital and I did the dope in the bathroom, right? So.
But did you get high because they Narcaned you so much?
Somehow I did.
Oh.
I don't know. It's really weird. I know.
It's interesting.
I know. I don't know if I really got high, but like I guess I maybe felt it a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
I know. I don't understand that because I'm like, I feel like every time I've gotten Narcan, somehow I did feel it after, which is really weird. I don't know. But I did get high again. And my dad's like, are you done? Are you done? And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm done. Yeah, I told him I was done, but I wasn't done. I just didn't want to be done yet. And I ended up, now I'm going back to the Brooklyn part. Before my dad picked me up, I was in Brooklyn. The guy that gave me money to come to New York, he got really upset that he found out I had a boyfriend. He was just
Kentucky guy.
Yes. Well, I met him on the phone, but he's from New York.
Oh, got it.
I just met him online.
Got it.
Yeah. Like, I guess he knew me from my Instagram.
Yep.
But yeah. So he found out I had a boyfriend and he knew where I was. He was paying for my hotels and everything. Yeah. So he was like, I'm calling your dad. He found my dad's number. It's very easy to get it. And he called my dad and said, this is where your daughter is. My dad got in the car with my sister, drove all the way to Brooklyn. And me and him are in the room and we're literally like butt naked. And I overdosed and the EMTs came and I was literally like dead for like 7 minutes. And like I woke up. And I was like, I got to get out of here. Like, we can't be here. Like, I wanted to get out. It was like a ratchet hotel. I just wanted to get out of it. So let's just go to Manhattan, like hang out. I was like, I want to get out of here. My dad showed up to the hotel. I just left. So when he shows up, they let him up to my room for some reason, this hotel. My dad walked in and saw he saw a crack pipe, but I don't even smoke crack. So I guess it was someone else's. Yeah. But he found all of the paraphernalia. Yeah. He was like, what is going on? He wrote on the mirror in big letters, Dad was here, you're in so much trouble, da-da-da. My sister wrote a note, please come home, we love you. I came back. They waited for hours. I came back. So throughout my life, I've overdosed quite a few times. Yeah. But it didn't scare me enough. I guess because I kept waking up. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I'm sorry. Do you want to ask me something? Am I talking too much?
No. So you have all these relapses.
Yes.
You end up going to Manhattan with Eugene. You end up going back to the hotel.
Okay. Yeah.
You had said your father picked you up, took you to the detox. Yeah. They couldn't take you. Did you end up going to that detox eventually?
So I ended up going to a detox the next day. I stayed home that night.
Okay. And was it the same kind of, you went through the detox, got out, started using again?
I'm trying to think what happened. Okay. Yes. So in the midst of this, my family's trying to figure out what's the game plan when she gets out because she can't come home.
Yep.
So they send me, I don't know if I'm forgetting something because it's so much, but they send me to, Orlando.
Okay.
And you're going to go to the sober house.
I'm laughing because you're sober now.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know.
Orlando.
I know. And they're like, you're going to go to Orlando and you're going to get sober. I met this really good woman. She said that her daughter loves it. Her daughter has a year clean. You're going to like it. You can live a life, work, da, da, da. I was like, okay. So I forgot to mention this also. My friends, I lost a lot of friends in my addiction. Mm-hmm. My best friend lived in Boca and I used to come visit her. Mm-hmm. Really quick, I want to say this. So I'll go back to that part, just remind me. She lived in Boca. I brought on the plane 100 blues, 50 for her, 50 for me. I was staying for 4 or 5 days from New York.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going back a little bit. She got hooked on these and she ended up dying in her bedroom when I came home. So she must have copped from somebody random in Florida and got a bad batch. And we were kind of in a fight because I left. And I remember leaving and like 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, this happened. And it's funny. And it's not funny, but it's crazy because ironic. I said to her, if I imagine one of us died one day and we like couldn't be at each other's weddings, like she was my best friend. She was like my sister. And it ended up happening. So when she died, I got blamed for it again. Yeah.
So it kicked up.
Yes. And this was my best friend. This isn't like a random guy I met in rehab now. This is like family. So people were blaming me. You were getting high with her. Like this is like Alyssa's dead because of you. I wasn't even around when this happened. Like she was in her own room. She got picked up from someone. Like this was all on her own doing. Granted, we were both just getting high together. Mm-hmm. So when she died, that did a lot of damage to me too. So, okay. So now
you get to Orlando.
I get to Orlando, right. And I'm doing good. It's a Christian sober house. I'm like, oh my God, another one? Like, I just felt like these are not going to work. I'm like, I don't know why you guys are doing this to me. So this woman was like too much again. It was just too much. Mm-hmm. But I was doing the meetings and I got a sponsor. Mm-hmm. I was working the steps, but I just wasn't like, and I found a sponsor that I really liked the life she had. I wanted what she had. And like, she was pretty. She was like sweet. She was funny. She had kids. She had a good time under her belt. I liked her energy. I was attracted to it. So I chose her and she was like so good to me. But I ended up, my next door neighbor of the sober house was an IV heroin user. Her and her boyfriend lived next door. So I'm sitting outside in a chair like this, outside, just smoking a cigarette at the time. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but I was smoking a cigarette at the time. And she walks past and she sees me. She knows it's a sober house. I feel like the devil was like attacking me. I'm like, what are the odds? My next door neighbor. And why is the sober house next door to these people? It was like a little bit of a bad neighborhood, to be fair. I'm like, I don't know how my family like let me stay there, but they did. I guess they just ran out of options. So she was like, oh my God, are you new to the sober house? And I was like, yeah. She goes, I saw her track marks. I was like, do you get high? She's like, yeah, me and my boyfriend like live next door. I guess they had like a house from the family, but this house was like gross, really gross inside, like just bad. And she was like, do you want to get high? And I was like, no, I'm trying to stay clean. Like I'm good. And I kept seeing her dealer pass by every day, a couple times a day. So now I know this dealer. I know I have a dealer. I didn't know anybody out here. I didn't know. I was new here. So I'm like, if I don't know anybody, how can I get high? So, mind you, she was always walking around. Like I always seen her. So one day I saw her and I was like, can you give me his number? She's like, yeah, sure. So he pulls up and now he gives me some stuff to try. And it's really strong. And I sniffed it. And now I'm getting high secretly. One day I was on the phone with my mom. She must have heard it in my voice. Because I thought I thought I just could be sneaky. Like I really thought. Yeah. But I was doing myself a disservice. I didn't know that at the time. I fell out in the bathroom and the woman came over who ran the program and she's like, we're going to drug test you. And I was like, I'm fine. Why? And she was like, we have to drug test you. Like we have to. So they did. And she's like, she really liked me. So she's like, I'm going to let you come back, but go away to detox for a couple of days and I'll let you come back. And I was like, I don't want to come back here. Like, I just don't want to be here. I guess I was a little bit like turned off by sober houses because like, I just felt like in my mind, it's a bunch of old ladies living together. Yeah. It just, yeah. Uh-huh. So.
Where do you go from after that's sober living?
So my family says, we're going to send you to Fort Lauderdale where my twin cousins were living.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. So I went to Fort Lauderdale and I'm detoxing at my cousin's house. My twin, they're twins. They're 28, or I might be wrong about that, 29 at the time. And they're letting me detox at their house. They do their own fair share of like partying. Yeah. But they were helping me. They were trying to help their little cousin. Yeah. So I'm detoxing at his house. I'm like, I'm trying to fight this. I'm really sick. So my mom's figuring something out. She's like, we got to do something for Cassidy. Like, we got to help her. They didn't give up on me yet. They were like, we got to do something for her. So they found this guy. He's like, he's very well known for getting people like grants and stuff to like for like programs. So he got me a grant to a rehab in Devon, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
He's like, we can take her, and it's a $45,000 rehab, which it was really nice, like very gourmet food, like what you would want in a rehab.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll go. I was like, I'll do this. But I thought like I'm going to be in like Bumble. Like I'm like, where am I going to be? Like in Pennsylvania. I didn't know.
Middle of nowhere.
Which it wasn't. Because Philly's right there, but I just didn't know anything about it. So they fly me down. I come and I get into this program. Okay. And then this is like where now the story gets interesting. That's like the buildup of it. But so now this is where like it all really gets like intense. So what was I saying? You
go to this rehab, you get flown down to this rehab.
Okay.
What happens in the rehab?
Okay. Really nice rehab. I like it, but I'm kind of getting bored. What do you think happened?
You met a guy.
How'd you know?
So you meet a guy, you're passing notes with him. Okay. And do you leave with him?
To be fair, it's very common when you're like in rehabs.
No, listen, I get it. You're stripped of everything.
Right.
But
it's like damage is done.
For the listeners, I think it's worthwhile to say, stay away from people of the opposite sex or whatever you're attracted to.
Yes.
Especially you're in a very vulnerable state.
Yeah.
You've taken drugs and alcohol out of your life. Those are like your coping mechanisms. And it's Plus, a very vulnerable state.
I think I did have a problem, if I'm being honest. I think I did have a problem with like validation from men.
Of course.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I had the same thing with women.
Okay.
That's common.
So, yeah. And I think growing up, like, I didn't get it. Like, I got love from my dad, but in a strict way. He was very strict.
Yeah. He didn't give you the love the way you receive love from a dad.
Right.
Right.
Which today he does, which I'm grateful for that. He really did the work to get there. So
all right. So you meet this guy. Do you run off with him?
So we finished the program. And I didn't run off with him. So I get into a sober house. And we're just like FaceTiming every day. I like him. And my family, it's my birthday around. So my family is like, we're really proud of you. Like, we're going to take you out for your birthday. So they take me out and I'm really happy. I'm with my family again. I'm looking good. I'm healthy. It was just like nice. So I didn't think you could not, I thought I could have a drink. Like I really thought I could. I mean, I knew I shouldn't in a sober house, but I thought I could have a glass of wine. Like whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to have a glass of wine. So.
And your parents didn't care?
No, because they really did not think like, remember, they're not really used to this.
Yeah, I get it.
So they're like, Cassidy has a problem with drugs. My dad wasn't happy about it. He was not like, order a drink. But I think they were trying to like not be controlling.
Yeah, I get it.
So he was like,
she's doing well.
Yeah, like let her have a drink.
Yep.
But this is why it's really like you really shouldn't smoke weed or do a drink or anything because it really does do damage. So I had a drink. I might have had like two. I think my dad was like, stop. Like, that's it. I was like, okay. I go back to the sober house. They drop me off. They go back to their hotel. And I call some guy. And I'm like, where are you? And he was like, in the rehab, by the way, I'm learning about Kensington. I don't know what Kensington is.
Everyone's from Kensington, coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kensington is not a good place for a drug addict.
No. One of the worst places actually in the entire world. I honestly think so.
So you called the guy that you had the little rehab thing? No. Another guy.
Another guy, one of my friends, but he lived in New Jersey.
Got it.
I didn't know anybody, so all I knew was him.
Yep.
And I'm like, I want to get high. And he was like, where are you? Like, I'll Uber you to the hotel. Come meet me. So I was like, okay. So I Ubered to him. And long story short, I overdosed in the bathroom of the Hilton Hotel. And I snuck out of the sober house. My family doesn't know. They're in the hotel. He had 2 guns on him. And he took them out in the hotel. And I overdosed. And the cameras were on us. And I woke up in the hospital. I pulled the IV out and I'm like, I need to get home. I need to get back right now. Like, I'm going to get in so much trouble. It's morning. I was out the whole night. And literally as soon as I got in the Uber, 5 minutes later, he gets locked up for the guns. They found it on camera. So I really got lucky. So I get home. I'm still really high. And they were like, we're going to drug test you. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to be honest. I had a glass of wine. She's like, if it is a glass of wine, and it was a strict sober house, regular sober house. She was like, if it was a glass of wine, maybe I'll let it slide, maybe. But if it's anything more in your system, you got to go. Oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm like, my family's going to find out. Like, oh my God, I really just fucked up. So Eugene's at the male version. I'm at the woman version. Our families did not know that we were both going to be down there. So we're hanging out every night. So Eugene finds out I relapse and he's so mad. He comes, they kick me out. They're like, you have to go. I call him and he walks to the house. It's like a few blocks over and he's like, all my stuff is outside. He's so angry at me. I'm like, I can't do this anymore with you. I'm like, he's like, honestly, like, I can't do this with you. I was like, all right, we're done. So I'm bouncing around now from sober house to sober house. Devin, this is the guy I met in rehab. He was like, why don't you just come live with me? Like, you're all over the place. Like, just come and live with me. I was like, okay. So I come live with him and dating him. He's a disaster. Like, it was just bad, toxic. Throughout this, I'm starting to see like, this is not a good guy, really bad. And I'm in this situation now. So I met his friends and one of his friends, Michael, became one of my really good friends there. So Devin was partying, going out, hooking up with girls behind my back. It was just like, I'm like, I don't even care, honestly, whatever. So me and Michael became friends and Devin calls Michael and it's on speakerphone and Devin's like, I want her out of my house. Like, I'm going to give her a bad batch. And he's like, Michael heard that I heard because we're like laying down next to each other, just like hanging out. And he was like, I was like, you need to go now. And he was like, okay. He's like, you want to come to my house? And I was like, yeah. Devin gets home and he's freaking out. And he's got like a gun in his hand. He's like, you need to get out of my house, all messed up. And I'm like, oh my God, like I want to leave. I had my little puppy at the time. I just got my puppy. He was like this big. And I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here. So Michael is like, Cass, just come move in with me. At this point, I'm getting high every day again, right to it. But now I got some connections. So I move in with him and this is like the chaos gets chaotic. I move in with him and his house is like the party house. There's people smoking on the couch. He's got 2 people living in the basement, 1 upstairs. Everybody's getting high. It's like he's selling his thing. He sells a lot. And they say that you sell to like old heads, which is like people, like old people. So he had money and it was just always people in his house. And I'm saying that because there's a reason why I'm saying this. So I'm living there for like a month, I would say at this point. Devin goes to jail. He got caught with his gun. So Devin goes to jail. And at this point, I'm like, I don't even care about this guy. And I'm at Michael's house. And one day, this house was very chaotic. I was back and forth to Kensington. One day, we're at the house and Michael goes, let's go out tonight. He had a car, like a place where you like fix cars. He like had his own little shop. And he was like, let's go tonight. Like, please, like I want you to come. And I was like, I don't want to go out. Like, I really don't want to. He's like, just come. And I was like, okay, fine. So I'm like, he told his boys, like, lock up. I'm like, we're going to be out. So we're out till 5 o'clock in the morning. Me, him, and his friend. We're at his car place. I'm like, I really want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. He's like, we're leaving soon. We're leaving soon. The night before this, his next door neighbor came in the house and said, Cass, like he would put a gun in Michael's face saying, I'm going to kill you. Like his mom was there. It was just really like crazy. And he was like, I'm going to kill you. Like you're dead, bro. And he was like, get the hell out of my house.
Was it a dispute over drugs probably?
Yes.
Okay.
But they were friends. Like pretend this wall, like he lived on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So we get home. We're driving. I don't have to get into like full details. We're driving because I don't want to stretch it out more than it needs to be because it's a lot. But we get home and he's taking a really long time to drive home. He was smoking wet. You know what that is? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was just like acting like really foolish. And I was like, this is like crazy. I'm like, he starts nodding out. I'm like, you got to get out of the car. I'm driving. The car shuts down in the middle of the street. So thankfully we're able to like push it into like the parking lot and leave it there. So his boy was driving back to his house, separate cars. And the one that said he was going to kill Michael and the other 2 are masked up and they pull up at the Rite Aid next door to Michael's house. And they're like, they have guns waving in the dude's face. So wouldn't you think to tell Michael that there's these 3 people right next to his house with guns, right? As a friend, I would.
Yeah.
He did. He didn't mention that to us. So me and Michael are in the car. I call his friend and I'm like, can you come pick us up? The car shut down. He's like, yeah, I'm on my way. So we get there and I'm able to disclose this information now because the case is closed. But before I wasn't allowed to. He picks us up. Michael had a gun on him and he's like, give me his gun. I don't want him holding it. He's like too high. So it's okay. So we all get in the car. We drive back. We pull into Rite Aid because it's right next door to Michael's house. Okay. We get there. Me and Michael get out of the car first. We're walking in. He daps up one of his neighbors. His neighbor's going to work. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I am walking up the steps and like you have to go into like the gate. And I walk in and nobody's there, which is not common for his house. Someone's always in his house. So I'm like, something feels weird. I felt it. So I get in the house and nobody's home. It's really quiet. I'm like, what is going on? Michael walks in. He just thinks everybody left. And I'm like, Michael, something feels really wrong. And I'm like, I'm not thinking, why is his friend not in the house with us? Like everything was just happening so fast. So I'm like, can you check the basement? I'm like, I'm really scared right now. I'm like really scared. He was like, you're fine. He's all high. He's like, you're fine. I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, okay, whatever. I'll go downstairs. He goes downstairs. Nobody's down there. He had 2 people that live down there, but it's like a curtain. So you couldn't tell that someone lives down there. So he's like, we're fine. See, nobody's down there. I'm like, okay. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, nope. I'm like, something in my heart's telling me something's wrong. I'm like, I'm going down. I go down. The 3 of them are in the house. They broke through the back door. The back door was like split open. And they run up the stairs with 3 rifles, masked up. The only one who didn't have a mask on was his neighbor that said he was going to kill him. And he walks in and they walk up the stairs and they held me at gunpoint, like straight to my face. I'm thinking I'm dead. Like, I have to be. Why would they let me live? My whole life flashed before my eyes and I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now. Like, my whole life is over. Like, I just couldn't comprehend. Like, when you're in a position like that, your brain can't like understand like what's happening. So for some reason, they let me go. I didn't move. I was frozen. They go into Michael's room where his safe is. And the last thing I see is Michael put his hands up like this, like, bro, please, like backing up. And gunshots go off. They shot him in the head. Yeah. So I'm running for my life, like running. I'm so scared. Bullets are flying. I run outside. His friend is out there. And he's like, what's happening? I'm like, I think Michael just got killed. Like, I'm freaking out. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like trying to hide. I'm trying to figure out where to go. And finally, and I saw the guy who lived downstairs walking already. So he must have known they were in the house and they were like, get out if you want to live. So he didn't even update us like this was happening. So because he was far, but I saw him while I was running and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Anyway, I see a woman in the window. She's pregnant. And she was like, I'm like, my friend just got murdered. Please help me. She's like, I can't let you in the house. Like, I don't know who you are, but I was really scared. She's like, hide in my bush. And like, I'll call the police. Police took 2 hours to get there. Long story short, they finally came. They interviewed me or whatever it's called.
Yeah, they interview. Get the scoop. What happened?
Yeah. And pronounced Michael dead. Michael got killed. That was the most traumatizing thing I've ever been through in my life.
So wait, so this one guy, the next door neighbor, didn't wear a mask?
No.
And then let you go?
Yes.
So, okay, so then he just moseys on back to his house after he murders Michael?
No.
He went on the run?
I don't know what. Okay. So, which is really crazy. Like, I'm like, everybody's like, why did they let you go? So the family thought I had something to do with it. They're like, why did they let you go? Why is my son dead and you're not dead? I'm like, are you kidding me? I just met these people. So I got blamed for it.
Yeah. Third time.
No, maybe fourth. There's a couple of deaths in between that. So anyway, the police took me in. They were like not like in trouble, like to talk to me.
Yeah, they wanted to interview you.
A very long process, trying to like sweet talk me and get the information. And I'm like, I don't even know what to do at this point. I'm like in shock.
Yeah.
So I go, and now like all him and his family and friends are like thinking it's my fault. So like they're like taking my stuff from his house and robbing me and like trying to like do stuff to hurt me. And they took my dog from me, his older brother, because like she's a drug addict. Why should she have she can't have a puppy? So they like really tried to torment me. So the family. So then I started dating Michael's older brother, and I know I started dating Michael's older brother.
Were you dating Michael?
No.
Oh, okay. You guys were just good friends,
really good friends.
Yeah.
And his brother was like, "You can live with me," but his brother was extremely, extremely abusive to me. Extremely.
Oh, no.
Like, and he blamed me throughout our relationship. So like my grandpa's rings that he gave me, like I would find them in his drawers in his room. Like he was hiding stuff from me. So, was I missing an important detail? Oh, you wanted to know what happened with those guys?
Yeah, what happened with them?
The one that didn't wear a mask is in prison for life.
Okay.
The other two.
Did he rat on the other two?
No. Because he got Michael's dad was like a big time, like he knew people in prison. He's been to prison.
Yeah.
So he kind of like had people doing something in there, you know?
Yeah.
So the other two, but I kind of described the other two, especially the one that held a gun to my head. I remembered his eyes, his blue eyes. Like I just like, you can't forget something like that. But I didn't really know who he was until I kind of found out all the details.
Yeah.
And he ended up dying actually like 2 months ago of an overdose in Kensington. Yeah. So, and I seen him a few times throughout Kensington when I was out there. But like I would run from him because I was afraid they were going to try to hurt me. Like I've gotten told people are going to come after you if you go on take the stand.
Yep.
But I wanted to do something for Michael's family because I felt like they needed some type of closure. So I'm like, I'm going to take the stand and testify against him.
You ended up doing it?
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So this all happened. You're dating Michael's older brother. This is in Kensington?
It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Not in Kensington, Pennsylvania.
When do you get to Kensington?
So around this time now. So I'm dating Michael's brother and I'm going back and forth to Kensington. Uber,
to get high.
To get high.
Okay.
In the meantime, I met a girl in outpatient and like I would go to her house. So she kind of introduced me to like shooting up for the first time, but I didn't like it, which the first time I felt like I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
So, so Michael's brother became extremely abusive to me. Like it was toxic, like pouring water bottles down my ear, stepping on my throat, making me withdraw for like hours in a room, locking me in there, like forcing me to do like sexual acts on him that I didn't want to do. Throwing me in the shower, like marks all over me, like beaten up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like going back to it. I kept going back because I'm like, why is he doing this to me? Like I didn't feel like validated. And I was really good to him. Like I really was. Like, I stayed with him in bed for like 3 months to like take care of him. I did everything for him. Like I really tried to like be a good person because I felt so bad about his brother. And that's another reason I think I didn't walk away because I didn't want to leave him like that. And he was hurting. But eventually I was like, this is like, I can't do this anymore. Like he was beating me really bad.
Yeah. So you leave.
So I met some guy, Kenny, and he was a lot older than me. And Kenny's like a big part of the story. So I met Kenny. He came with my friend that I told you I met in the outpatient. She was like, I couldn't like hit myself or shoot up. So I needed someone to do it. So he came over to Joey's house and he hit me. He was like, he knows how to, you know what that means?
Yeah.
You know, he like I needed someone who was able to hit me. So he taught me how to do that. So he was like, I was hanging out with him a lot and I started like wanting to be with him every day because I'm like, this guy can get me high every day.
Yeah, of course.
So I used it to my advantage. And Joey was just so evil. He was just so toxic. He definitely took like a big part of me, like when he did that to me. I've never had a guy like beat me like that. So it was just like so scary. And he was a really big guy. So, and like blaming me for Michael's death, like choking me like to the point where I thought he was going to kill me. And my mom was like, he's going to kill you.
So does this new guy take it? What was Kensington like? Take us through that. Yeah.
So now we're in Kensington. We get there and me and Kenny are living down there. At first I was just like renting rooms and houses, but now I'm starting to get to know Kensington and it's like really, really bad. And I'm like, this place is insane.
It's like The Walking Dead. Everyone's nodding on the streets.
Everyone. Open drug market.
What was the craziest thing you saw in Kensington? I'm sure you saw a lot of crazy things. If you had to pick one of them, what was the craziest thing that you witnessed in Kensington?
I've seen so many things. I would say, I know. Okay, this is crazy. The guy, I was going to a trap house and I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want to get in trouble with that, but I was going to a trap house and I was getting high over there all the time. It was like a place where you come in and out. And some guy was selling drugs that night. So I went up with him to go help him because I got really close with the guys in the house. Mm-hmm. He left me alone with the drugs because he left to go get something. He didn't come back for hours. Now, when you do this type of work, you can't leave someone like an addict alone with drugs. I didn't do anything because I was scared. But if it wasn't me, something bad could have happened. And I took a little bit of it, but come on, really? It's like everything's in front of me. But I'm like, have money in front of me. I got all the drugs in the world.
You didn't take all the shit. Yep.
Right. So, okay. So he, this was really traumatizing. This house was just like rats everywhere and dirty and disgusting. So these drug dealers, like 5 big black guys, came upstairs and they're like, where is Charles? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, he left. He's like, he left you alone here with all my drugs? He's like, do me a favor, go downstairs. I'm like, okay, go downstairs. I'm like, all the money's here. I organized everything for you guys. I'm like, it's good. I'm like, nothing happened. They're like, go downstairs, Cassidy. I'm like, okay. So I go downstairs and Charles comes back and they're like, bro, you know what we have to do. And he's like, bro, please, like, I'm begging you. They're like, bro, you knew this was going to happen. He's like, I'll make it up to you. I promise. Like, I'll never happen again. Like, let me work it off. He's like, go get the gloves. I was like, what does this mean? They closed the door. They kicked everybody out of the house except for me, Kenny, and the dealers downstairs. All of a sudden, they closed the door. 5 big black guys. They beat the crap out of him so badly. Butt naked. Like, when I say bad, like I heard like the weeping like in his voice. Like I was like, oh my God, my heart was like breaking for him. I'm like, and I thought I was next. Like, they don't care. Their hands are like bisexual. They do not care. So, I'm okay, this is bad. Finally, they beat him up. It's like a good 7 minutes. 7 minutes getting beat by 5 guys. You look pretty disformed. He rushes out of the room naked and rolls down the stairs from being so scared. Like body, when I saw his body, I couldn't even recognize him. It was like skin was falling off. Like eyes were like blown up. He runs down Kensington butt naked and he I don't know if they killed him, honestly. I don't know, because I had never seen him again after that. So thank God they let me go. They were like, because it wasn't technically your fault, Cassidy, we're going to let you go. But I got robbed the next day by them for $200. But like low key, I think they just wanted to get back at me. But throughout being in Kensington, I will say that I've seen people be set on fire in front of me. I've seen girls be raped in front of me. I've been raped multiple times by people down there. I mean, when you go down there, you are going to see the most demonic things in the entire world. It's really like sickening what you're going to see. It is like a demonic experience down there. I truly feel like I had a lot of encounters. And then I also saw some guy get flat out shot right in front of my face. And I saw they take the body and just throw it in the back of the car, the cops. It's very normal down there. Dead bodies are normal. You step over them.
So those guys that beat up Kenny.
No, they didn't beat up Kenny. They beat up the dealer.
The dealer?
Yeah. So remember I said the guy was upstairs, this guy Charles?
Yeah.
He was the one who left the house. He was one of like if let's say like I'm getting high and I want to work for you to make money. He was a drug addict too.
Okay.
So they hire like addicts to work for them.
Got it. And he was the one who left the drugs.
Yes.
And they were not okay with him just leaving drugs like that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He was working. He was on a shift.
Yep. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got confused there. Okay. So wait, can you tell me the story about someone getting lit on fire?
Yes. So so this girl, so a lot of girls like trick out there and stuff. And she got out of some guy's car and this is at Tioga Station, train station. They took, I guess, I don't know who it was. They saw something lit on fire. I personally wasn't like near it, but I heard about it. And she got lit on fire because one of the tricks beat her up. And I guess he didn't want to pay her. He threw her out of the car. He lit her on fire. She got burnt completely. Like her whole face was like a 5-degree burn, lost her hair. And, which is very normal down there, by the way. This story was that she got burnt to death and she ended up going back to drugs, but she was wrapped from head to toe with bandages. When you, in that lifestyle, when you're dating, you're doing dates, you don't know if you're going to get out of that car. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You're taking a chance. I took a lot of chances and I've been in very, very bad situations. But they was on the news, like that 4 heads were chopped off and their eyes were, 3 girls were in a house with their heads chopped off and their eyes taken out, hanging in a basement. So this was like the norm of Kensington. And I'm trying to make that like very clear to people because this place is extremely, extremely evil. A normal person going down there could not handle it. Yeah.
So, okay, let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
You eventually end up getting sober. You're sober now. And again, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I mean, I can see the light in your eyes.
Thank you.
And I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Because your story is wild.
It is.
And I think one of the biggest takeaways, especially for families, right? There are a lot of parents, there are a lot of friends of, or brothers or sisters of addicts, alcoholics, and you can't force someone to get clean or sober. It's when they are ready.
Yeah.
And, you can shut down their social media. You can send them across the country. You can do X, Y, Z, but it's when the addict and alcoholic is ready. And enabling is by not cutting them off, you're enabling them.
Right.
Listen, I get it though. Your family was just trying to help. Right. Your sister just didn't know. So she was like, I got to cut her off from, if she's getting shit from people or whatever it is. So she loves you. And I that's a loving family. Mm-hmm. Tell me where you're at today with the relationship with your family.
Okay. So I do want to emphasize on this. I will say really quickly that before I tell you about really quick my family, when I was living down in Kensington, because I want to really explain to you that this is not like every other time. And I want to say that because what I went through down there is the rapes, the beating up by men, the drugs that I would do. I also had when you mix cocaine and heroin down there, it's not pure stuff. So I had this encounter where I was seeing demonic things. So I thought things were happening that weren't really happening. My brain was seeing really, really evil things. And I really thought there was demonic spirits around me. I was running down the middle of the street of Kensington. Things were happening that I'm like, is this really, I couldn't tell the difference anymore. So I I believe that God opened my eyes to that, because if I didn't go through that, what I went through, I don't know if I would have gotten clean. I was really scared this time. I saw the world for what it really was. And it's an evil place.
Yeah.
It really is. And the things that I've seen, I think he allowed me to see them because he was like, Cassidy, like I have so much for you, but like you have to want it for yourself. Like you need to get yourself out of this. I can only do so much for you, but you have to meet me halfway. And I kept saying like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So let me tell you now today, my family, they're very, very supportive on my recovery. And I'm blessed to have such a good family. I really have a great family. I mean, I got a DUI. They're helping me figure out my DUI situation. I was in and out of jail throughout this. My dad would visit me in jail all the time, putting money on my books. My family really, I think they see a change in me that they've never seen before.
Yeah.
You know? And they were like, Cassidy, just feels different this time.
Yeah.
So, they're helping me. My sisters, it's a blessing to have my sister because she's getting me back on track for life again, just getting me into working and helping me with my bills and things that I need to get taken care of. She's cleaning up my life. She's such an amazing sister. And then my dad is being that father I never had.
Yeah.
He's really stepping in and doing the work. Me and my mom's relationship is amazing. Always has been amazing.
I love that.
So I have a really, really good family. And it's sad because some people don't have that.
No.
You know?
They don't.
Yeah.
You are so blessed that you have such a wonderful family that cares and they're there for you. And shout out to your sister.
Yeah, seriously.
That's amazing.
She's amazing.
Really quick before we wrap up.
Okay.
So I actually did not know you were in jail. What was one of the craziest things you saw in jail?
Okay. Like crazy how?
Just like out of fucking control that just blew your mind or like completely shocked you.
I would say, okay, I wouldn't say this is like the most craziest thing, but I was, when I went in there, I was very like, I already had kind of street smart. I knew how to handle myself in that atmosphere. I'm kind of good at figuring it out that way. So, but I'm like this tiny girl. I'm going in there. It's kind of like a little bit of like a little ghetto. But what's the crazy thing? Probably when I was in solitary confinement, the way I see they treat people in there, it's the most saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. People who really don't deserve to be in there. When I was in solitary confinement, you're like stuck in this like little room. They feed you out of a paper bag, like a hard-boiled egg with like cereal. You are so depressed, the bugs, and they lock you in this room and you never know when you're going to get out. You don't know what time it is. You don't know what's going on. You have nobody to talk to. The only person you have is like a babysitter, which is someone that sits in front of you. You get paid in there. So I was in there and I was on the other side of babysitting. So I saw this girl. She was beautiful, but I saw this girl go from the most sweetest, beautiful girl to when she was in solitary confinement. What they did to her damaged her so badly. Like she would get butt naked in there and talk to like her dead family. Like you go crazy.
Yeah.
You really go crazy. And they tried putting me in a cellie with this like girl who was like the scariest girl on the block. And like she like had a crush on me. I was just really scared. And I was like, I don't want to be your cellie. So like they put me in solitary confinement. And when I came out, I thought like I almost got into a fist fight with this huge girl, like 300 pounds. Like I'm tiny. Like I really not gonna, but I put up a good fight. They were like, honestly, Cass, I didn't fight her. I put up like I handled myself well. But jail, I do want to say that it wasn't enough to scare me either though, because I did get high after jail. So I think this like the most like traumatizing thing was solitary confinement. That was definitely like a lot to handle. I didn't realize how bad it really is. I couldn't imagine being in there for like months or years. So it's a different world. And you don't got money, good luck in there. But I also learned a lot in there too. I learned how to play cards. I learned things that I didn't know about. So, I mean, you take it how you take it, you know? But yeah.
Cassidy, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming up here, coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
for watching too. And I appreciate you reaching out, and you're awesome. Your vulnerability on camera to help someone else really speaks to your character and who you are. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Of course.